When we look at the Middle East today, with Iran closer than ever to nuclear weapons capability, with the conflict in Syria threatening to destabilize the region, and with violent extremists on the march, and with an American ambassador and 3 others dead, likely at the hands of al-Qaeda affiliates, it's clear that the risk of conflict in the region is higher now than when the president took office.
In Israel, Romney said the relationship between President Obama and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had suffered great strains, which has emboldened mutual adversaries such as Iran. He said the president stood silent when Iranians marched against their regime and wasn't quick enough to impose sanctions, something Romney has advocated for 5 years.
I will not hesitate to impose new sanctions on Iran, and will tighten the sanctions we currently have.
In Egypt, Romney said he will include clear conditions on aid, though he was vague on what that meant, saying only that he'd pressure the government to build democratic institutions and maintain its peace treaty with Israel. In Syria, Romney said the president has failed to lead and has been indifferent to the Syrians' quest for freedom. He said he would do more to help the opposition against Syrian President Bashar al-Assad.
I'll work with our partners to identify and organize those members of the opposition who share our values, and then ensure that they obtain the arms they need to defeat Assad's tanks and helicopters and fighter jets.
Romney also delivered his harshest assessment yet of the administration's evolving response to the attacks in Libya.
This latest assault can't be blamed on a reprehensible video insulting Islam, despite the administration's attempts to convince us of that for so long. No, as the administration has finally conceded, these attacks were the deliberate work of terrorists who use violence to impose their dark ideology on others.
Now, Romney has been critical of the way the president has handled Libya. He supported humanitarian aid when the president advocated that. But when the president last year called for Gaddafi's ouster, Scott, Romney accused him of making ad hoc determinations and saying he didn't have a long-term strategy.